Paul. Hi, is it going live already?
Should be right. Good evening. We were just warming up with a bit of
Choi San Do? With Gong Yu's versions of Choi San Do. Alright, I know we are slightly late, 5 minutes late, okay, because we are rushing with our dinner because dinner arrived late today, right? But thankfully also I'm very, very grateful for the Grab delivery driver, okay? Even despite of the rain also, it's like he's actually, sending over our dinner for us, okay? Even though it's slightly late, okay? I think that TV needs to come nearer so that we don't have to like turn so far away. Yeah, we were all rushing for this setup. But it's a casual Q&A, all right? Can go in a bit, okay? Yeah, okay, perfect, not so in. Okay, so anyone, Saman Zaidi is there. Hi, Leanne.
Hello.
Okay,
Hi,
I'm
hi.
very excited to see all of you. Hi, Shok Yi. Okay.
Hi.
Right, thank you. I assume that the sound is okay. All right. Okay. Hi, Chris Koo. Okay, I assume that the sound is okay. Okay, you can see. Yeah, it's on purpose that we are actually seated to the side, because later on you will see that. Okay, there will be visuals going on. Okay, like some a slide sharing. Okay, going on Gong Yu side itself. Okay, so that's why we are on purpose. It's not because of the rush itself that you see us both, like, yeah, you see our director come, like creative director, okay, cameraman and all that is just having her dinner. Hi, Melvi Gada Shun Young, okay, all perfect. Shuk Yi say sound clear. Leanne say sound clear. Very good. Okay, Molly V, like and share. Thank you so much. Okay, Molly already knows that the ritual. Okay, before we
Thank you,
actually
thank
even
you.
ask, okay,
Yes.
all of you to help us to share the session. Molly already put that like and share. Thank you so much, Molly. Okay, hi, Alan. All right, hello. Okay, looking forward to see all of you tomorrow. I mean, some of my children, okay, I'll be seeing them tomorrow, right, for a reunion, right, Chinese New Year. Hi, Jenny Ma, okay, Shirley Lianera, okay, hi, thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight's session itself, of course, a continuous of Jumping Out of the Rabbit Hole 2023. It's a Q&A session in case those of you, now don't ask me, oh, how is my luck going to be in 2023, okay, it is in a way for you to actually ask probably some activations, okay, certain dates you are not sure, okay, you want to check, certain positioning, okay, you're not sure, you want to check, all right, so you can ask us, okay, on today's session itself, all right, you're welcome, all the best, Molly, we say, all right, Jaslyn Cheung, Angeline Chin, are you guys all ready for Chinese New Year? Just seriously out of curiosity, tonight's supposed to be like a how to say, a casual, free and easy, okay, session. Actually, right, we wanted, because I have not had dinner with dear Gong Yu here yesterday, right? So tonight I was really thinking about like, can we go live outside since it's a Q&A? We don't really need that much of a slide, right? Can we just really like do live outside? And then Nicole and I was like really discussing over it, okay? But at the end of the day, we are like, never mind. Just do it at home, all right? And order food back. Hi, Ko Kiet Mui, okay? Because, yeah. Okay.
Also, it's rained really heavily. I don't know if it's still.
Yes.
But it was,
I think it stopped. Okay,
Yeah.
but the thing is, as I mentioned, it's like I miss you. Okay, he wasn't around. Okay, yesterday. Alright, so censored cannot. Yeah, because he was in Penang, okay, doing a corporate talk, okay, yay, it all went well, okay, kudos, okay, thumbs up for Gong Yu, and hi, SP Ngoi, okay, Angela Ang, okay, hi, okay, nice to see all of you here, Jenny Stone, yep. So far, you know, it's a Q&A session. It's not that I'm trying to delay the time. It's just that, okay, you're supposed to ask us questions. So thanks for all your greetings, okay? Thank you. Really appreciate all your greetings. It's always very, very nice to see all of you here. My apology that last week, okay, I decided to take a break. I think last week I was in Singapore, right? Yeah, okay. He was busy with his event and I was in Singapore. So I didn't really go on Facebook Live, okay, after the annual event. I took a break and then I thought this week will be a good time for us to actually, in a way, follow up on the Jumping Out of the Rabbit Hole 2023, the Feng Shui and Astrology annual event itself. In case if you have any question, okay, you can ask
we have one
here.
here.
Yes,
Best
Angeline
day,
G.
Angeline Chin, right? Best day and time to light firecrackers. Can I light on second day after prayers?
Second, actually, okay, Angeline, if you attend the jumping out the rabbit hole, right, the best timing is actually the past midnight of the eve. So it's like early morning of the first day of Chinese New Year. That is the best day. In fact, thank you for actually asking this question, okay. We are about to actually share with you. Might as well, okay. Hi, Miss Wong, okay, Teresa Go. All right, hello, okay, 恭喜发财. Just let me know whether you guys are ready for 恭喜发财 or not, okay. Right, those of you who are celebrating, because obviously we aren't. We are not ready yet. Okay, I'm not sure even we have time to actually get ready. I was just telling them, it's like, oh my God, even in some submarine, it's like Chinese New Year Eve. My last meeting is at 4:30 p.m. in case you have not known.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah,
yet.
okay, I have a last meeting going on, okay, 4:30 p.m. on the Chinese New Year Eve, just right before, okay, I can get ready for my reunion dinner. But all good, okay, I'm happy because this is the timing, this is a peak timing. I see we have some question there, okay? But the first question was asking about Angeline Chin, best day and time to light the firecrackers, okay? So those of you, if you have attended the jumping out of the rabbit hole, right, I already shared with you the best time to usher the God of Wealth. Now, normally, okay, for the lighting of the firecrackers, okay, I would actually always prefer, okay, to do it on the ushering of the God of Wealth itself, okay, to make that grand entrance into the new year. Okay? And so happened that this year itself, past midnight on the first day of Chinese New Year is a good day, okay, for all this ushering of the God of Wealth, the God of Happiness, and also the God of Nobility. All right, so that's why today's session also, I think this afternoon I have shared with you these 3 photos. All right, so these 3 photos have been shared also during the annual talk itself. Okay, in case of you who have not actually attended the annual talk, here are the information. Okay, so this one I share with you. The rest of the information, no. I mean, if you want to actually know, there are more special dates, okay, to activate for feng shui activations and the things that you can do to, in a way, boost up your luck for 2023. You can always sign up for the replay session, okay, of my annual talk, which is still available. I still see that every day people are signing up. If you have not attended, please do sign that up.
Yep. And the link is on the title.
The link, yes. The link is on the title. You can click on the title, okay, and later on we'll also share with you the link. But here, look here, okay, so for Angeline Chin, right, 22nd of January, it means that the very early morning of Chinese New Year first day, okay? So after Chinese New Year Eve, past midnight, the best hour is the ox hour. So take 1:18 a.m., okay? You can do your rituals, walking meditations, your fireworks, your prayers, your ushering of your God of Wealth, okay? This will be the best timing for you to do so. Now, fireworks are best to be done at East 2 location. Prayers, okay, manifestations of wealth and all that is always at the East 2, 90 degree to your east, which is also the locations of the rabbit, okay? Now, in case those of you, this side, okay, this side. I purposely not going to confuse it. All right. So now the 3 auspicious direction, the 3 most important. Now, not every year you have the 3 gods present. Now, some of the year you might not have the God of Happiness. Some of the year you might not. Where am I moving? Oh.
You can point directly up.
Oh, okay. All right. It's like, how come I'm moving? All right. So you can see, like, not every year itself, right? Okay. Oh, yeah, we have swap places. Okay. So not every year itself you will see the 3 gods appearing. Some of the times you don't have God of Nobility. Some of the time you don't have like the God of like Happiness around. But this year you have 3. So all you need to do is, hi, Mr. Lim. Okay. Now, on that night, if you're ushering at your home or if you're going to the temple to usher, remember to take out your compass. Okay, take out your compass, okay, and take the direction and see where is the direction of your northwest. Okay, the northwest direction. You can bring out the Loshu here, right? Chart to the to my side here. You can see here northwest. Okay, that is actually the god of what we call happiness. Okay, so on the northwest location, just take the direction in front of your house if you are ushering, because you see these are the stars. God of happiness, God of nobility, and God of wealth are the stars. All right, they are the stars from the constellations from above, okay? So you would want to usher them outside of your house To bring them in is like to send an invitation. Come in, Chai San Yam, okay? So that he will stay in your house and bless your house with the energy for the rest of the year. So when you look at here, okay, the northwest sector, so either you stand in front of your house in case you're a terrace house, preferably if you're a bungalow, semi-D, you have plenty of space in front as your garden, okay, to usher in. So that will be easier for you to do it, especially bungalows. That's why you're surrounded with a space of land, okay? But let's say just in case if you're in condos or you are in like terrace houses, right, and so happen that you are not facing north, so you cannot in a way make full use of your northwest and northeast, okay, so you can do it indoor as well. So what you need to do is, okay, from your northwest location here, means that you take the direction standing in front of your house, see where is your northwest direction. When you have gotten your northwest direction, facing that direction, you know that, oh, that is where your God of happiness comes in. Okay, now in case those of you who are wondering, God of happiness, what is it for? It is for anything relating to, I feel it's like, celebrations, happiness, love, marriage, relationship. It can be partnership as well. In a way, not necessarily, it's like you pray to God of happiness just because you want like a marriage or whatever. In a way, you want harmonious relationship between yourself and your partners and your colleagues, your neighbors, your friends, okay? Whatever it is, or within the family itself, okay? The God of happiness usher in this prosperity of love and happiness, all right? So how do you do it? I mean, it depends on your rituals. Let's say, for instance, if you're a Taoist, if you pray, you can use joss sticks, okay? Normally they use like, Chinese New Year Eve, they will burn the big joss sticks, okay? You can use the big joss sticks to turn towards that direction, send the incense up. Why is it incense? Because we want the incense, okay, as light as possible to float up to heaven, okay? So whatever intention, energy, manifestations, wishes, okay, that we in a way send out at the moment that we are praying, together with the incense, it send it out to the stars, okay, or to the gods, depending on your religions, okay, to in a way ensure or in a way usher in or expedite, okay, the wish fulfilling, or in a way expedite that manifestation, so that we can actually get, okay, what we want to in a way wish for. So on that day itself, the best timing 118. Start looking for your northwest, okay, like burn the joss stick. Now just in case, now nowadays, Gong Yu burn joss sticks, okay, but before this, do you really burn? Oh, you do, right, at home also, right? Yeah, he does.
Incense.
Yeah, incense.
Not
incense,
joss sticks.
not joss sticks. Myself is different, it's Taoist temple. So it's like really huge, big joss sticks, okay? So this year when I go to the temple, okay, I'll take photo for all of you to see. Those like Dai Heung is like seriously huge, okay? So you can actually burn a big incense or joss sticks, okay? And in a way, like pray up to heaven. Now, some of you will ask, how many incense? If you use the big one, just one is enough. In fact, if you take a few of them, it will be very heavy, right? If a really big one, just one is enough, okay? But if you use those small joss sticks or the small incense, right, it will be best if you use 3, okay, that in a way represents heaven and earth, or you can actually use 9, okay? 9 is the biggest number, okay? So you can actually use 9 as well for such a prayer. So you can go to Northwest there and pray, whatever you want to say, all right, everything for better relationship, enhancement of relationship. Understand? If you have any questions, please do help me to catch out, okay, the questions as well. And normally, when we want to usher this, it's like Gong Yu says, like, why on earth do you ask me to go on a Facebook Live with you? And all the time, you're the one yakking away and I don't have a chance.
This is Jessie's area of expertise when it comes to prayer and rituals, right? I mean, there are a couple of related things, right? So somebody is where to paste the God of Wealth portrait, right? So you can keep that in mind as you're explaining. And then SP Siu Ping Noi also a question about if she lives in a condo, can she do it in the compound or must she do it indoors?
Now indoors it will be better, because if you do it in a compound, right, okay, you're ushering God of Wealth to the compound, which is very good. The whole neighborhood will be very thankful for you. But we want to kiasu a bit, okay? We want to usher the God of Wealth into our home. All right, so if you really want to do it, then you can actually do it in a compound. Then using your joss sticks, okay, you can pray, and after that manifest and wish for it in the compound of your condo. After that, ensure that you bring this joss sticks, okay, back to your unit, okay, and actually in a way, like, how to say, allocate the joysticks, okay, at the end. Means at the end, you don't have to put it at northwest, north, or northeast. At the end, you put all your joysticks, after all the manifestations, you put at the east sector. We will go to that later on, okay? So this one is like you usher in already, all right? Everyone, in a way, like the whole neighborhood, the whole community within the condo itself, okay, usher in the God of Wealth, and you bring this God of Wealth. Remember, you have to bring him up to your unit. All right, don't just stop that, okay? He will be happily wandering around, and probably he will be going into your neighbor's unit, okay? Just ensure that, remember to bring him to your unit lah, okay? Basically, that's the main point, all right? So for Northwest, that would be the thing. Anything else that I have to, in a way,
yeah, there's some other related, but ritual-wise, yep.
Yeah,
you can
okay.
continue, yeah.
So now, normally, right, okay, it's like, okay, you also want to actually dress up okay, very prosperous, fiery energy, okay? So you want as much red as possible. Why red? Why Chinese always likes red or yellow or gold? Because these are, how to say, striking color, is fiery color. It is something that is, in a way, like sparkling, like even gold or bling blings and all that. People like this is because, in a way, it shines. So on that night itself, it will be good, okay, that you can actually also remember to dress up like okay, so that you can have like red, anything bright. So try to avoid anything darker color or black color, okay? You want to radiate, okay, that auspiciousness within you as well. So you start from the northwest, okay? Then from the northwest, you actually use the joysticks or the incense, okay? And then you pray. After finish praying, manifesting, talking to the sky, okay, or to the stars, or whatever things that you want. You want more harmony with your family, with your children, with your husband, with your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, boss, okay, customers or whatever. Ask for that. And then after that, you come to the northeast direction. From the northwest, okay, you walk towards, okay, your northeast sector, okay, of your property, your condominium, or your house indoor itself, okay? And then when you walk to the northeast sector, you stand there and you take out your compass again. Remember, a sector is different from a direction, okay? So you can be at this sector, the whole sector, but you can be facing many different directions. So you walk to the northeast sector, take out your compass again, and turn all the way to see that you're facing northeast. So you're here facing northeast, and there is where you want to pray and manifest for your God of nobility, right? Asking and seeking for angelic help. You know, angels, noblemen, it's like so that in your life itself throughout 2023, okay, you have more like 贵人 in Chinese we call it, okay? Like somehow whenever you needed help, right, okay, in your life itself, okay, there are these angels surrounding you that will come to your life and help you to actually get the things done, resolve the problem for you, okay? So you stand here at the northeast sector, using, let's say, big joysticks is the best so that it can last for hours, right? Big joysticks. So you can stand there, okay, for 10 minutes, right? Wishing for God of happiness, okay, harmony, love, okay? And then you come to the northeast here, holding the same joystick, asking and manifesting, okay? For like probably it's like in a way, like more nobleman help, okay? You hope that there are more teachers appearing in your life, okay? You can learn more things, okay? So this is in the northeast. Now for some of you, but I don't burn joysticks, Jessie, okay? And yeah, for whatever religious purposes, I probably is a Catholic, okay? I don't do joysticks, so what else can I do, okay? Besides just probably just praying alone. Then you can use frankincense, okay? Remember, we do have frankincense, okay? And then, like, you know, the frankincense that we use itself is natural, it's a resin type, right? So you can use the frankincense as long as there's smoke, all right? And frankincense is like, in a way, highly energetic, okay, sort of like how to say, incense. It's part of incense. It's actually used to make incense. And you know, Catholic churches and all those things, right? They are still using it nowadays, okay, even up to now. So you can actually use and burn the frankincense, okay, and bring it along with you and actually do your manifestations, okay, in case that you don't want people to see you in the middle of the night walking around in your condo compound with a big joysticks, okay, dressing in red, right? Just go around with the frankincense, okay? Right. It will be less dramatic.
Yeah, dramatic. In fact, I mean, in my opinion, you if you don't use it, it's also okay. Yeah. Because the intention is the clearest. Like, for example, Miss Tong says, can I manifest without joysticks or joysticks? I think that's what she means.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, right?
Yes, of course.
And also, she also was also wondering if the condo does not have any window or balcony facing those directions. Is it okay too? If those face the wall, so
yes,
it is okay.
yes, okay. Just face those directions. If you don't have the window open at those directions, just face it, okay? Of course, if you have a compound, okay, downstairs, okay, you can always, in a way, go downstairs where it's open, okay, at your condo compound, and then face those directions and make a wish first, okay? And then after that, remember to, in a way, stay focused, okay, stay meditative, okay, wishing and slowly walk back to your unit because you want to usher, okay, whatever connection that you have built, okay, with the God of happiness, with the God of nobility, and eventually the God of wealth, and usher this energy back to your home, all right? So back to your home, you can look for these locations again, facing those directions, even though it's facing a wall, and still do it. I mean, at the end of the day, right, tomorrow also must wear ang. I'll try, okay, Lee. And I have a full day consult seeing clients. I don't think my clients have ever seen me like a firecracker, okay, before this. So probably I'll come half a firecracker. I'll see, okay? Let's see how, okay? So you know that northeast direction here is for anything to do with teacher, nobleman, okay, mentor, all right, anyone that can actually have this wisdom to share with you, okay, to grow you, to make your life better, to ease your life. I mean, you can pray here for a better helper, for a better domestic helper, for a better maids or staff, okay, all right, so that you can have the luck to hire better staff or have a better staff luck. It is also at the northeast sector. So are we following? All right, and then after that, once you have done with your northeast, okay, then turn to your east direction. Turn and walk towards your east direction, okay? So basically for this example here, you walk up towards your east direction. Again, when you're here at your east location, you take out your compass and turn to face east direction. Remember, location and direction is different. So the east direction, when you're facing to the east direction, that is where your God of wealth is. Okay, that's where your Chai-sen is. So you have to go towards the east location, turn towards the east direction, okay, and then do your final manifestations or your prayers. Then this time, this location, you are ushering and asking for wealth. Then when you asked it, okay, you have to ask it boldly. Remember, I've seen a lot of people, it's like, especially when you're doing the rituals, when they ask, they are half-heartedly. They are like, oh my God, is my neighbor looking at me? Oh my God, this looks so stupid, okay? There are people like that. Now remember, if you ask half-heartedly, okay, your connection is only half or anything less than half, okay? You don't have a smooth connection. So when you ask, do not be paiseh, do not be shy, do not even feel shameful to ask, okay? Because you know at the end of the day, even after asking, you have to work hard towards it, right? I have shared with you a lot of strategy, how to be better in 2023, how to break through, okay? Those things still valid. All right, don't think that you just ask and then for the rest of the year you can sit down there and wait for the money to drop into your sector. Okay, that won't happen. This is only for what?
For fun.
Entertainment purposes. Okay, all right. So the thing is, after asking, you also need to have a proper strategy. Okay, to in a way achieve, put in actions to make breakthroughs, to make yourself a better person. Okay, to be ready for 2023, so that you can thrive in 2023. All right. So here you just manifest for wealth. For better money, for better opportunities, okay, for increment, okay, for better investments, anything to do with wealth related. So it will be at the east sector.
So this is where those who are using the portrait of the God of Wealth, do they stick him here as well?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the portrait of the God of Wealth, then you actually put him here as well, okay, because this is the direction for that night where he's actually coming in. All right. So here you can actually, in a way, like visualize. Why you want to put the portrait of the God of Wealth is because you want to visualize it, okay? You want to visualize that money is coming in on that day. Now, do bear in mind that that is only for that day to usher in. So overall, the whole entire year itself, I would say that the best wealth sector will be at the north. Okay, so if you really want to put something to remind you as your long-term goal for the whole entire year for wealth, okay, put it at the north sector. All right? So do you understand how to get this done?
Okay,
Any
because
question?
the God of Wealth and the ushering off is very, very popular. Right?
Yeah.
Everyone loves wealth. There was another question here about sending the God of Wealth back. After you usher him?
Now, normally this God of wealth, okay, for me personally, I don't practice into sending the God of wealth back, okay? So God of wealth is like, don't go back, stay at your house. Why should you ask him now? Normally the guardian gods, so that those are the gods, okay, that you have at home, okay? Those are the gods that you have at home. Let's say, for example, your Guan Ti, your Zhou Guan, I mean the god of your kitchen, okay, the god of your wall, the god of like 土地, earth deity, okay, you have the Guan Yin, okay, all these gods itself, okay, some of them, okay, some of us practice, okay, that you want to send them back to heaven. It means that it is their holiday. In Chinese, we call it Song San, okay? So if you want to do that, then after that, you can also choose, okay? Actually, for Song San, okay, now this you can do already, okay? Because this few days itself, right, okay, you can actually start, in a way, ushering to Song San. Because after that, on the 4th day of Chinese New Year, they will come back in again. So now is a period for them to actually go on a break, okay? It's like a holiday to them. So you don't wait for Chinese New Year, the first day to send them back, okay? And God of Wealth, no need to send back one, okay? You want to prefer him to actually stay around as long as possible, okay? So the one that we have to return, okay, for me, personally, for my way of practice is not God of Wealth. That one is Kam Fu Hoi. If you go to Chinese temple, you do prayers, you know, Kunyam Hoi Fu. Means on every year, the 26th day of the first lunar month, 正月26, okay, the 26th day of the first lunar month, you see all over the world, Taoist temple, Guan Yin temple, okay, that day itself is a God of Wealth festival, Choi San Dan, okay, also the day where Kunyam, I would say the Guan Yin, what we call safe deposit opening, okay, let's put it that way. I think that, is it the TV
Yeah, the
issue?
TV is frozen.
Yeah,
It's
okay. Yeah, okay, so it's like a Guan Yin's safe deposit box opening, okay? So that is the one that normally people will go into long queue, especially if you're in Hong Kong, okay? You will see that people will go into long queue to borrow money from this God of Wealth or Guan Yin itself, okay? Because it's a God of Wealth festival. So those are the things that you borrow, you need to return, okay? So normally by the end of the year, you return. But for this ushering the God of Wealth, you don't have to return. Because you see, you'll never know how long he's going to stay. We try to usher him. Whether or not he will go into your house, that's another question, you know. All right. Everyone in the whole entire world who actually practice this ritual will actually start ushering the gods of wealth. But whether or not he will go into your house, that's another question altogether. Okay, so don't bother about sending him back. Just in a way, take all necessary steps to actually usher him in, okay, to ensure that you have a prosperous, abundant a year ahead of you.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
any more questions?
Angie Ang, is there any particular animal sign that cannot usher the God of Wealth?
No.
That'll be very
okay.
sad.
Yeah, no, please. Okay. Yep. Good questions. Right. There is no such thing as animal sign that cannot. It means that it's like saying that the animal sign are forbidden of wealth that year. No. Every animal sign, as long as you have the right attitude, you have the right mentality, you have the right action to follow through, you can usher the God of Wealth. I saw just now SP Ngoy here, okay? She said that, oh yes, the earlier one. Okay, question. If we live in condo, can we receive wealth of God walking outside? Oh, this one is the one that you
that's
mentioned.
The one.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of that, Carol Ho
Uh-huh.
has a similar question, right? If northwest sector is the kitchen, northeast is the storeroom with the bathroom in the middle, is it better then to do the prayer manifestation ritual in the car porch area? It sounds like she's in the landed property.
Yeah, okay. If
Yeah.
it's a landed property, if your car porch area is also northwest and northeast, means that so happen you are facing north. Your house is sitting south facing north, okay? Then yes, you can do it at the car porch area. Do it at the car porch area, but remember at the end of the day, okay, after all the rituals and everything, bring the things into your house, okay? The joss sticks and everything, you can leave it out, okay? So normally after prayers, you do have like, you know, some people, they put some prayers that they put like in a way the whole chicken or the siu ju you know, the roasted pig and all these things, or even some fruits or fat go, you know, that red color, what we call
bun.
the bun, okay, the kueh, okay. So all this, remember, after prayers, usher it into your home itself, okay, to bring the God of Wealth into your house, okay. So yes, you can do it at the car porch area. And how can we replace the old last year's Choi San portrait with a new one this round? Now, normally that one, right, you normally do it during the house cleansing, right? If you have a new portrait, like every year you want to change, okay? Let's say, for instance, you buy those like very nice, cute Choi San Ye. You want to stick to a certain place of your house itself. During house cleansing, okay, the spring cleaning, you removed all this. Because it's not a statue, okay, it's something that you actually stick on. So we removed all this, okay, and then when this day comes again, okay, you want to stick a new one. You want to usher in a new one. So Carol Ho say house face south. If your house is facing south, then I assume that your car porch area is not the northwest or the northeast, all right? It will be at the back of your house, okay? So you cannot do it at the car porch, all right? So it's like it's best for you to do it at the back, the location, okay? But let's say you want to actually do it outdoor, okay? It means that you do in front of your house facing to the northwest and the northeast direction. It means your location is at the back, okay? It can be southeast or southwest. That's not the best location, all right? So you have to stand outdoor, okay, at the front porch, facing to the direction of northeast and northwest. Do your prayers, but remember to go back all the way to your house, walk all the way to the back there, okay? And do the manifestations as well. You want the location to be activated as well. You do not want to just face that direction. The best thing is the location and the direction are also activated together. So that it will be the best way to do it. All right. So yeah, what else do we have here? So remove, okay. Remove, I don't have the dates for you to remove now, sorry, okay? Because I know every date that I give every year, please try to use those dates. And I know every time I give the date, there will be some people somehow that will miss the date. And we have a lot of like private messages, okay? Right, telling us that, can I have a new day to remove my saltwater cure? A new day to remove, okay? You look at all the spring cleaning date that I've shared with you, okay? Some of them are still valid, all right? So you just look into the spring cleaning date in my Facebook page, okay? The list of them are there. You just have to scroll through and find it. And then you can use those dates who are still valid. All right? So you can use those dates to actually remove. Okay. All right. Any more questions?
Let's see.
Any more questions relating to the annual talk? Okay. Any more questions that's relating to this ushering of wealth? Please do this ushering of wealth as simple as possible, as long as you have a clear heart, okay, you have clarity in your mind, all right? Do this particular ushering of the God of wealth, the God of nobility, and also the God of happiness, okay? So in a way, it's just like making a wish on that night itself, okay? If you can, try to also, in a way, if you have firecrackers, eventually light the firecrackers at the east sector, where the God of wealth is, okay? Right, let's say if you do not have a house, I mean, you cannot light a firecracker inside your home, right? Like just now, Carol Hall says, okay? You are facing south, so you're not facing north. So your car porch is at the south. So what do? So you stand up and get at the south sector, okay? So when you light the firecracker, you want to face towards the east, okay, direction. It means that you are here at the southeast or the south sector, either way, okay? You hang up your firecracker. There are 360 degrees that you can stand to light it. Make sure you usher to a position where you're facing east, okay? Once you face east, then you light the firecracker and allow the firecracker to actually, in a way, like charge up, okay, your house at that auspicious timing. All right, so what else?
Can I usher in from my balcony condo in the east sector? I would say yes.
Yes, yeah, okay, yes, you can. Of course, if your balcony condo is open at the east sector, very good. Usher in the God of Wealth, all right? So be open until 1 a.m. for us to usher. Now, this year itself, okay, yeah, this year itself, the temple will be open, okay? It won't be open up to 24 hours, okay? So it will be open. So yeah, okay, but we'll be also having our reunion dinner. So after the reunion dinner, only will be going in, okay? So it's during the auspicious time that you go in to usher as well, okay? So I'll be sharing with you also, okay, some of the I would say, the energy from the temple. I'll see, okay, if I'm there, so probably I'll just, if can, we will do a live, okay, ushering for everyone from the temple itself, okay? So that if you tune in, okay, if you don't do it at home, we'll do the job 6 for you, okay? And then, yeah, so that you can actually, in a way, tune in alignment, okay, with our energy, and we can also, in a way, make some wishes to bless everyone, okay, and channel it out from the temple on that night, okay? Sure. But again, fingers crossed, it depends on how stable the line is going to be. I mean, we leave it to the God. Okay, so if the line is stable, we will do that. All right, stay tuned.
June Isabel, can we still declutter a room that's located on directions that we need to be cautious of? star 2, star 5 throughout the year?
Okay, if throughout the year, if you do have the habit, okay, of occasionally decluttering it, okay, that is fine. But the thing is, let's say for instance, one star 5 comes into Northwest, okay, example for next year, okay, and then once the star 5 comes in, okay, right, you don't like in a way declutter it for half a year. Only at the middle of the year, you want to declutter, that's not recommended. Because the moment that you declutter the sector of the 5 yellow, okay, like once after a few months, that is an activation. So that is not recommended. Preferably, you do it way before, right? The star 5 comes in, means anytime before, I would say February 4th, is fine. Anything after February 4th is not recommended. All right. Jenny Ma says, Sifu, I need clarifications on the placement of saltwater cure. Can the bowl be placed beside my working station? Yes. You can actually place the bowl, okay, beside your working station. Where? What the heck is that? No. Okay, it's Anne's laptop here, okay? Right, Anne's laptop. Okay, Anne's boyfriend calling her, obviously. It's like, if you're watching this, stop calling my daughter when I'm going live.
Okay, the second part, do I have to relocate my work area? There's limited space.
Okay, I can't see that. Okay, sorry,
okay.
yeah. Okay, so can you open up the comments so that I can actually see the comments? This one, another one, this one, you see that? Okay, all right, so what the heck? She's moving. The comments, see more underneath there. Oh my God.
Jenny Ma.
Jenny Ma, see more. Can you see she's moving it?
I think that's, okay, it's here.
Okay,
My phone
all right.
it.
Do I have to relocate my work area? What do you mean relocate your
I
work
think
area?
she means the work area is in
Oh,
Northwest.
no. As long as you put your saltwater cure, you can put it next, okay, or beside your working station. You don't have to relocate the whole working stations itself, okay? Don't worry. Come on, ask questions. This is like Q&A, all right? Yeah, everyone laughing, I know. God, hey, Leanne, if you happen to see him, ask him not to call in during my Facebook Live. Idiot. I think he's on the way, probably. He's coming to the house. Okay, so any more questions that you want to ask? All right, relating to the annual talk, okay, relating to the rituals, okay, of ushering the God of Wealth. Now remember, ushering the God of Wealth, okay, doesn't mean that you need to be a Buddhist or a Taoist, okay? Everyone can do. Remember, this God of Wealth only for the Taoists, okay? They see the God of Wealth like this, right? But in actual fact, this is the star, okay? So those of you who have actually, in a way, attended one of my, newbie party, okay? I think during the Ox year, okay?
2021.
When we have the party, okay, because MCO, we cannot go out. So we actually did a online party, okay? So I explained what God of Wealth is actually referring to. We are referring to this, what we call the Orion's Belt. You know the Orion's Belt, the constellations of the Orion? The Orion's Belt, we have these three stars. I've forgotten their scientific name to it. I know one is Alnita, the other two I've forgotten. Just Google it, okay? There are three stars that in a way are part of the Orion's Belt. So this God of Wealth, God of Nobility, and God of Happiness, okay, they are actually the stars of the Orion's Belt. So we want to actually usher in these stars, okay, on that night itself, okay, where in springtime, the Orion's Belt are in a way shining very, I would say, brightly in the sky. So we want to usher in this three energy from the stars itself, okay, so that in a way, it will shine on us throughout the entire year, okay, and bless us with these three, I would say, components or abilities, or these stars are great as, okay, which is one is the star of nobility, one is the star of happiness, and the other one is the star of wealth, okay. So these are the stars. So you don't have to be a Taoist or a Chinese to usher it. I mean, you can be any other races, okay, you can be Indians, okay, or you can be like, in a way, Europeans. You can still do it on that day. You might not be celebrating Chinese New Year, but that is based on one of the very prominent or powerful calendar of the world from ancient histories up to now, because one of the calendars that live up to this era since the ancient civilizations, okay? And this is the calendar that we use in a way using the lunar calendar, we call it the positioning of the moon, okay? So that actually positions the first new moon of the year. So whether regardless you are celebrating Chinese New Year or not, right, okay, it is not relevant because everyone can usher this God of Wealth on the first new moon of a new entire calendar year. All right, so whoever that's watching this, remember, wherever you are located, even though there's no like lion dance, no firecracker, okay, right, no one is dressing all in red, all right, no one is celebrating Chinese New Year, you can still do it. You just want to bring the energy up because this is the first lunar, I would say, year, okay, the first new moon. So you want to usher in as a first new beginning, right, to try to bring in more positivity, to try to actually manifest, because you see, new moon, we manifest. Full moon, we actually receive, okay, or we get it manifested into reality. So new moon is planting the seed. Full moon is receiving, okay, or in a way reaping the fruits. All right, so this is the first new moon. That's why all of us can do it. All right, can we install, what is that, saltwater cure inside the bathroom? Yes, you can install, all right, the saltwater cure inside your bathroom. Doesn't matter. Saltwater cure is safe anywhere, even if it's beside your bed. It is safe because saltwater cure is a natural energy purifier. It is supposed to help you to purify energy. Just like your house purifier is for the air. Physically, it purifies the dust, okay, or the bacteria in the air. But this is an energy purifier. So even though if it's next to your bed, okay, it is also suitable or still suitable for you to do it. Can I do it on my veranda instead of our main door because we are living in a condo? Yes, you can. Right, but remember, try. If you do it at the veranda, you go to that direction to usher in, but always go back to the sector of your house. Example, your veranda, your balcony can be here. After doing it outside here, remember to go back to this sector of your house, okay? And then stay at those sectors to do a short, little quiet manifestations or meditations or just uttering some, I would say, wishful sentences or words, auspicious things, okay, that help for you to connect the whole entire, I would say, manifestations itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Color Nice had some more questions about the 5 yellow, about whether once you install a cure there, then you don't have to relocate the office. That's true. And then in relation to that as well, because there's a question here about whether people who are located in the tree killings and also the rooster sector, do they need to move?
No. Now, for me, remember, I do not want my students, okay, to be like, in a way, like 走難. How do you say 走難? Do you understand what's 走難, darling?
Like nomads?
Is it like nomads? Wow, that's
moving around, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Nomads 走難運, is it? I don't know. I know that words, but I don't exactly know what nomads are. Nomads 走難運.
Oh, what does that mean?
走難 means like you are running away from obstacles or chaos.
Nomads just move.
Oh, okay. So it's not nomads. Okay.
Running away from obstacles and chaos.
Okay. It's like 走難 means, it's like, example is your place is like suddenly got chaotic or malapetaka. What is that?
Disaster?
Yeah, disaster. Okay. All right. So if you have some disaster happening in a certain area, you have to keep running and run away from it. Okay. So I do not want my students to live a life like that. Like every year you have to run away from certain stars or certain sectors. Okay. Please don't do that. I mean, feng shui is something to enhance our life, to make our life more prosperous. Okay. More in abundant. Refuge. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, 我们一起学. You know, this afternoon they're trying to speak to me in Mandarin. Yeah, I see them. Okay, I saw them this afternoon.
Seek refuge.
Yeah, and then they start speaking Mandarin. I was like, huh? What's that? Yeah, okay, so I do not want my students, okay, to be like really seeking refuge every year. Like you have to run away from this room, you have to run away from that sector. Remember, feng shui do not work this way, all right? So as long as, okay, the tree killings, the 5 yellow, okay, like this year tree killings, is actually the entire west area, okay, that includes also southwest 3 and also northwest 1. Now, these are the entire tree killings area. Just make sure that this areas itself, okay, you don't in a way randomly, actively, in a way, like how to say, 動土, okay, trigger anything, okay, or do major renovations, okay, then you should be fine. Just still use it. If you have an office there, use it. Tree killings doesn't mean it's bad. Remember, every so-called bad star, in terms of feng shui, or 八字 or in terms of inauspicious stars of your 12 animal sign, it is supposed to actually help us to learn certain lessons, to breakthroughs, to make breakthroughs in life, okay? So why is it bad? Why some people sees it as bad is because there are people who are not ready for the lessons. You know, breakthroughs and lessons are not easy, you know. It can be tough, okay? When it hits you, it hits you. You have to learn letting go. You have to learn to be flexible. You have to learn to trust. It's testing you about your faith rather than your doubt. All these things are supposed to be our life lessons. So when the stars or the inauspicious stars comes about, okay, it's supposed to trigger those lessons. But for people who are not ready, then they felt that, oh my God, this is so bad, okay? But the thing is, instead of us running away from the stars, okay, we want to understand our lessons, get ourselves ready, because whenever we are ready, that's why every year you come to the annual astrology talk. For what? It's not for fun, okay? It is so that you know that, okay, what are the lessons for this year? What are the possible examination papers that are about to sit? Hopefully I can pass it. If I cannot pass it, what can it mean, or what does it mean? What is it testing me on? Those of you who attended the annual talk, you know, right? These are the things that we talk about, all right? So that now you know, you can get yourself ready. So whenever things happen in your life, when you're ready, opportunities or situations happen, and you know how to handle it, you have good luck. And when we are not ready, when in a way situations happen, okay, we will always, in a way, feel that we are having bad luck. It's not that because the bad luck is there, it's just that we are not ready, that's all. So don't run away from the stars, okay? We just want to respect the stars, right? We do not want to trigger it. Just see that these stars are like the lion in the forest. You know that the lion is there in that sector. All right, it is okay if you just quietly moved around as usual, all right, but we do not want to go and offend it or to trigger it, okay? Especially if we are not trained enough to handle or to tame the lion. That's all, okay? So feng shui, or in terms of Chinese astrology, this is exactly how it works. Right,
Yeah.
so now.
Yes, Carol, yeah, she doesn't have an altar at home. So after you use the joss stick, yes, you can just dispose of it.
Yeah.
Right? You don't need any special ritual to do that.
But I mean, joss sticks normally you don't want to dispose halfway through, okay? So remember, it's like once you actually do your manifestations, okay, once you go to the east sector, if you still have probably remaining like a quarter or half a joss sticks, okay, try to actually use any
Let it
container,
finish burning.
like put some rice into it. You know, rice, the raw rice, like, okay, put onto the container, a small little Tupperware or container, put some rice into it so that you can actually stick your joss sticks onto it, all right? So once you stick your joss stick into it, okay, you wait until it actually 成晒啦, means that it actually finish, okay, right, burning. Then you can remove the joss stick to throw, but the rice itself do not throw. You can pour the rice back into your maigong, the rice container. All right, because together with the ashes is fine, because every time before you cook, you will wash your rice ma. So bring together with the ashes, pour it back into your rice container. So don't throw the rice away, right? But the joss sticks, remember, it is not auspicious for us to practice halfway throwing it. Even in the temple, because there's so many devotees, we cannot allow the joss sticks to finish burning. But once we removed it, we will actually make sure that it goes into that big burner, and all will be burnt eventually. So we don't remove it and throw into the rubbish bin just like that. All right?
As long as you finish burning it.
Yes, as long as you finish burning it.
Yes.
All right? So,
Speaking
yeah.
of burning, there's still another question about the portrait, picture portrait
Yeah.
of the god of wealth. Is that also burnt?
I mean,
as a disposal method?
yes. Okay, because you see, if your god of wealth is just placed there as a reminder for you, means that you do not pray to it. You know, sometimes you just have this sticker or a cloth, like in a way, like a hanging cloth, okay, there's a god of wealth, but you don't pray to it. It's not that every day you do offerings, okay, or burn joss sticks or light candles, okay, for it. Then at the end of the day, when you're doing the spring cleaning, you can just throw it, okay? If you feel that, oh my God, it's like, throwing the god of wealth feels so bad to me, okay, you can always bring it to any temple and throw it into the big burner and burn it, okay, all right? But anyhow, if you want to, you can just throw in the rubbish bin, don't worry, because this is not activated, okay? It is just served as a reminder. It is just like any other paintings at home, right? Some paintings, cheap paintings and all that, after some time, you want to upgrade yourself, okay, to a Van Gogh painting. You don't want this anymore, so we can just chuck it away. right? The painting is still the same. But unless it is something that you have activated, means day in, day out, you are putting in energy. You pray to it, you put joss sticks, you give offerings, okay? You give lightings or candles. Then that one, in a way, requires a more respectful dealing, okay, at the end of the day. All right, so you requires a more respectful dealing with that particular figurines or that particular, piece of art, okay? Yeah, piece of art.
Yeah,
Correct.
Lisa Lau, question on when can I move metal to this year's 5 yellow sector? So that one already covered.
Yeah, we already
right?
covered. You can use the same day as the saltwater
Saltwater
cure
cure.
installations, okay? So those of you who attended the jumping out the rabbit hole, okay? In case those of you who have not attended, all right? So we have a temporary put the overlay on top of this, okay? You will see that we are actually, in a way, still selling the replay session, which every day I know many of you are still buying it. In case you miss it, it's 50 ringgit, okay, for one replay session, okay? For, I think, about 2 weeks, you can watch it over and over again. You can scan on the QR code here, or you can click on the link, okay, on this Facebook, particular Facebook Live itself, okay, to actually choose you want to replay for the English session or you want to replay for the Cantonese session, okay? So the replay itself, okay, mind you, it comes with 2 additional last year replay we'll be sending to you as well, okay? Because I told everyone that attended last year lessons, you have to ensure that you make a breakthrough and it's still in a way valid for this year, okay? So besides this year replay, you also have last year's replay together with a special period 9 sharing, okay? So that particular sharing, which I did a live sharing from Egypt last year, okay? So that sharing also we will be sending to you as part of this package when you purchase the replay, because these are the things to get yourself ready, okay, for next year, where we will really celebrating the official entrance of the period 9. All right, so go back to the choice and yeah. I like to see the choice and yeah. Okay, any more questions?
Speaking of prosperous,
yeah.
YK Mike says, what a matching couple. Looking at both of you, Suda prosper. Indeed.
Yes. Okay, you should look at both of us over the years. Maybe one of these days we should compile photos, okay?
I thought we showed it once, the before and after.
Really?
I thought once.
Before and after?
Yeah. Or 2016 and now.
Yeah. Yes, okay. Definitely we've been ushering a lot of like God of prosperity into our life, okay, but all good, okay, so far, no complaint, all right, so far so good, okay, we have so much love from everyone, that's why you guys are, all the love from you guys, okay, any more questions, okay, before we end today's session? All clear? All right, so I hope that all of you are ready, okay, for Chinese New Year. So do, in a way, help me to share this session out so that more people can, in a way, understand more about like more rituals of Chinese New Year and all that. And also, yeah, okay, do stay tuned. Make sure that you not only follow this page, okay, you like and you prioritize. How do you prioritize? The notifications there, okay? You don't put by default, you put it, what? Favorite.
Favorite, yeah.
Okay, you favorite on the notification so that every time randomly I go live, okay, or I share something, okay, wherever I go during the Chinese New Year itself, you'll be the first person who received the notification. All right, so here, got one more question, okay. The location for the saltwater cure so happens to be where our dogs area inside the house. At the moment, can't relocate them yet. That won't affect the staff. No, I mean, it's okay for the saltwater cure to be near the dog area. It's okay, right? But the thing is, but I don't think your dog will be drinking the water from the saltwater cure unless it's really, really salty. Okay, but normally they won't. Okay, they know. I mean, in my home also, the 2 dogs, okay, and my cat, they don't bother with the saltwater cure. They won't touch it. They know it. Okay, they know what it is for. All right, so you can still put it at the dog's area. There's no issue with it. All right, so thank you so much to all of you. For those of you that I'll be seeing you tomorrow, I'm very excited, okay? So those of you who are celebrating Chinese New Year, 恭喜發財, 恭喜發財,
yes,
okay? Always remember, we are going nearer into the first new moon of the year, okay? So make sure that we have awareness and consciously make sure that our energy is at its peak, okay? Every time, think of positive thing, usher in positive words, okay? To ensure that we have a great positive start into the year itself.
Yes.
All right? Thank you so much, okay? Yeah, thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing this out, okay? And we'll see you again very, very soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Okay, bye-bye. Good night.
Good night. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Yes, Lian, see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.